Welcome back to the interview area. We are here with champion of the 122nd U.S. Open, Matt. How does that sound?
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's just the feeling's out of this world. It's so cliche, but it's stuff you dream of as a kid, and to achieve it, I can retire a happy man tomorrow. So.
There were so many expectations on you this week that probably made this even harder. What have you learned about yourself?
I think there were expectations, but I didn't feel them. In my opinion, the field's such a strong field, so many great golfers playing. But I think for me, obviously the expectations were for me to play well. But I feel like having won the US Amateur here as well, I just felt so comfortable around this place. Nowhere to hit it, nowhere to miss it, just happy to be unbeaten around this place.
We're going to open up to questions right here, Brentley.
Did you believe in destiny before this week? And if not, or if so, do you now believe in it?
Yes and no. Well, actually, no, I'd say yes. Billy had been saying for a while, the time will come. You're playing so well, just keep doing what you're doing. It'll come, it'll happen. I put myself in position after 2 rounds and then played well yesterday, and I just thought that this could be it. This really could be it. This is the time. It for whatever reason, and because of my success here before, it just felt like this was the time. So
we're gonna go far right to Brendan.
Fitz, congratulations.
Thank you.
The shot on 18, your approach. Can you walk us through? You walk up, you see it, and trying to decide, okay, play it safe, go for it. What was going through your mind there?
Yeah, I'll be honest. One thing I've been really struggling this year with is fairway bunker play. Had a good session at the US PGA with my coach. It kind of helped me a little bit, but still not 100% out of it. And then one good thing is the way the lie was, it forced me not to go towards the pin. It kind of forced me to go well left anyway. And if I hit it straight, it was kind of a chip across the green or whatever it was. But I just feel like, I'm a fast player, and when I look back, it just all happened so fast. It was like just kind of natural ability took over, and just played the shot that was at hand. If I was a junior and trying to hit it close, and I didn't mean to do that, but I just committed to the shot we kind of planned, and came out a bit squeezy fade, and it was amazing.
So if you're playing fast and you're just hitting a shot, is there any calculation of, okay, I'm up 1, I can play it safe, or are you just, you see it,
no,
you decide you hit it?
I just felt I had to hit the green. If I could hit the green, if I made par, it puts pressure on Will. I knew full well Will was going to hit it close. He's one of the best approach players on tour. That's the good thing about knowing your stats. You know who you're playing against. And I knew he was going to give himself a chance, and when I hit that shot, I thought, okay, well, at least I've got a chance too. And I was a little bit worried I gave him the line. And I was saying to Billy that I had that putt in the amateur in the morning session in the final, and I actually really fancied it, and I thought it turned more than it did, and I practiced it in practice as well. But I think the whole situation, I was just trying to make a par in 18 and put the pressure on him, force him to make a birdie.
We're going to hear Kevin on the left.
Matt, Scotty was in here earlier, and he said, I don't know how Matt's hitting it farther than he was months ago. Maybe he's on the Bryson plan. How did you do it? How did you remake yours?
I've done my drugs test, and it was negative, so we're all good. I just, since 2020, I spent a lot of time working with Mike Walker, and which is my coach, and a biomechanist, Sasha McKenzie. So we did a little bit then, and he gave me this speed stick called the Stack. I've been doing that religiously, week in, week out. It's like going to the gym, basically. It's just it's like a training program, and I'll be honest, it's worked wonders. I feel like maybe 3 years ago, if I was in this position 4 years ago, and I was playing with Will in the final group, I'd be like concerned that I'm going to be 15, 20 behind him. And I was, I felt comfortable all day that I was going to be past him, which to me gives me confidence, obviously, going into the next shot, knowing that you've got less club. And I don't know, there's a bit of a mentality thing that when you're hitting it past people, it's quite nice.
Can you just take us through what happened on 15? I mean, you guys wait for 10 minutes on 15. You hit it way right, and then you hit an unbelievable shot there. What was that sequence like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how far right it had gone. I should have shouted 4, so I hope I didn't hit anyone there. But, you know, it's funny. I feel like all year we've just had moments where just not caught a break, you know, just not had a lie, just not had a bounce. And this time I get there and the ball's sitting perfectly. And it was one of the best shots I hit all day. It was a 5-iron from 220, and hitting it to 18 feet it was a great shot. So to do that and take advantage of the break that I had was fantastic.
We're going to go to the right, Ben, and then Alan.
You stole my thunder a little bit, but just back on the length, I know you keep your stats on everything as you go. So was there a moment after you started the training and whatever where you went, okay, this is happening? Can you take me through the progression?
Yeah, I mean, just before probably end of 2020, I started doing it. Did it loads over the winter, and I came to Abu Dhabi, and I felt like I was hitting it so far in Abu Dhabi. And I shot a 62 in the practice round, and I was like, this is easy. It's like you're just hitting it miles and then you wedge it on and hold the putt, you know. And then as I played the season, it was kind of the same thing. I was, you know, hitting it decent, and then I came off it in 2021 around summertime. Few things going off and a couple of injuries, and I stopped doing it. But then towards the end of it kind of coincided with when I was driving it poor is when I stopped. So it's improved my driving, not only length but just overall everything. And since I've been hard on it from the start of this year, I've noticed an even bigger jump, and without really feeling like I'm going after it. I mean, I saw where Rory was on, I don't know what he hit off the tee, but I saw where Rory was. I saw where John Rahm was on 5. Again, don't know what John hit, but for me, just hitting driver and pitching it on the green was, I actually didn't expect that this morning. I thought I was going to be short because a few guys I watched were shorter. And that was kind of a real good indication of where I've got to.
Can you hear the disbelief of the people that are watching you, seeing the little guy just smashing?
No, I just don't think they have a clue.
Yeah.
I think that they watch it come off the face, they're like, oh, cool, yeah. But then actually when you get down there and it's a lot further up there, I think that's probably when you realise.
Far right to Alan.
Matt, for those who don't know...
Hi, Alan.
Hi. For those of us who don't know Sheffield, what kind of place is it, and how did that shape you as a person and a competitor?
Sheffield, where I grew up playing golf, Hallamshire, windy, tough, tight, really small greens. All jokes aside, it's actually similar to here, you know. Just doesn't have the length, but always really windy. And, you know, when growing up, it was kind of the same wispy high rough as well. So you had to learn to control your ball flight and, you know, chip well, because you just weren't going to hit that many greens.
The town is kind of scrappy, though, right?
It's a steel town, yeah, but I love Sheffield. It's great. It's, you know, it's where I'm from. It's where my football team's from, and yeah, it's where all my best pals are from. So yeah.
I mean, do you feel like that's kind of your personality, though? That.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, not to like compare it to my football team, but it's like we're always I feel like I'm the same deal as not expected to do well, not expected to succeed, and. You know, I've won a major today, so it's yeah. I feel like I certainly work hard for it, and that's kind of where I've grown up from. Is that's the mentality of everyone around there. It's kind of, you know, you're sort of it's not upper class at all. It's kind of I can't think of the words. I've been out of the country too long, but yeah, it's certainly like underdog mentality, and you know, you work hard for. You work for what you get. So
We're going to go right here to my side.
Hey, Matt. So Will described that second shot on 18 as ballsy to take, incredible to execute. Can you put into words what you think that shot is?
Yeah, it's one of the best shots I've ever hit. There's no doubt about it. You know, you look throughout the week, the shots that you hit and the different times, and it's strange because that probably is, you know, that's such a huge shot in the moment. But I look. If I'm honest, I look back to my 3 approaches into 15, 16, and 17 as all really, really good shots. And 18 was kind of just a bit of hit and hope.
And, all weekend long you've been nails. And to also see up close the guy you're paired with to match everything, sometimes pass. What did you have to tap into mentally, and where did you have to go to stay concentrated and focused on you to execute and obviously earn that trophy next to you?
Yeah, that was the thing for me. I had to just concentrate on my own game, concentrate on, the plan that we had to play the golf course, hitting shots in the right areas. And like I said to Billy before we went out, if I can hit 18 greens, then I'm going to be in good shape. And for me, it was just never leaving myself short side, which I didn't do once. Always leaving myself fat side of the hole. And I would say that I'd argue that's one of my best ever approach play rounds.
We're going to go right here to Phil.
Matt, congratulations.
Thank you.
You were talking earlier in the week about how winning a number of majors makes you a legend. What's your target in mind now that you've got one?
6 is the number.
Six is still the number?
That's the number. That's the number that we all agreed on. So I've got a bit of a way to go, but it's a good start.
Well, has it given a taste for it? I know it's only just happened, but what sort of targets and what does this do for you going forward?
Yeah, it's funny. After Shane won the Open, we was playing somewhere, and he was telling me a story of one of his mates was giving him abuse, or he wasn't playing very well or something. And he just said, but it didn't really matter though, because I just thought, well, I've won a major, so I'll be using that one a lot for when things aren't going my way. But it's definitely, you want to go win more now. There's no doubt about that. But I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to try and change things. I'll sort of probably have a sit down meeting with everyone and just try not to, try and make the right decisions going forward. It's easy to sort of go off track. So just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully more will come. But I'm delighted with one so far.
And sorry, and the next one, obviously, St Andrews, very special 150th Open. How much are you looking forward to that?
It'll be great. I love playing St Andrews. It's a great golf course. It's going to be interesting, obviously, with the with the length and everything. And now I'm a bomber. It's I'll probably be driving most of the greens. So, but yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I've got 2 weeks off now, which I couldn't be happier about. Get my head around a few things, and then and then I guess we'll go to St Andrews.
We're going to take one from the WebEx. How did you end up working with Billy, and what do you think this win means to him after all these close calls and majors?
It means the world to Billy, yeah. I can't tell you how much it means to Billy. It's unbelievable. I know it's something he's wanted for a long time. So to do it today is just is incredible. And we ended up working together. I was kind of in between caddies. He just split up with Lee and just happened to work out. And it's so funny. He kept telling me on the first time on the job, he's like, yeah, I'll just do 25 weeks and, maybe get a fill in for the others. I think he's had about 2 weeks off in 4 years. So, yeah.
We're going to go here on the right.
Matt, congratulations. Very rarefied air. Anytime you're occupying a record with Jack Nicklaus, what does it mean to you to do something in the sport that only he has ever done in his career?
Is it just me and Jack? It's just me and Jack?
Only two male.
Okay, yeah. Anytime you're sharing a record with Jack Nicklaus, it's unbelievable. So for me to have that as well is incredible. And he called me up down there just at the presentation just to congratulate me. And coming from someone like that, it means the world.
Right here to my. Oh, go ahead.
Just one more. The crowd there on 18 seemed borderline out of control. How did you really keep the headspace there? It seemed like you had to fight your way through about.
Yeah, I thought me and Billy were going to get stampeded, but we didn't. We were fine. But I love that. I love it when the crowd's excited and loud. It's what makes it more exciting. I love football, and that's I love the atmosphere and that. And I know golf's different, and it's got to be all nice and calm and everything. But sometimes it's good fun to be a bit different.
Right here to my side.
Matt, why this week? Why this major compared to all of the other majors you've played in?
This week, around the country club. I've won round here before. I love playing this golf course. It suits me so well, suits my game well. And I've been playing well for a while, and I think it all just fell into place that this was the place it was going to happen.
With what you've talked about this week, with the added distance, with the knowledge here, do you think like your game has almost like evolved to this point where you can achieve this kind of success?
Yeah, definitely. It's taken a few years, obviously, but I definitely feel in that position now, yeah.
We're going to go to the right to Bamberger.
Thank you. Bamberger, did you ever get tired of Billy's Seve?
Of Billy's what?
Billy's Seve imitation.
No, I love it. It's so funny.
It's the best.
Which reminds me, he needs to tell a story to someone, so thanks for reminding me that.
The other day I asked you about the intensity of that march to the bottom of the 72nd hole. It was Thursday night. Do you have any further appreciation for that now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long week. I said to Billy going up 14, I said, Billy, I hate this. This is horrible. And up to that point, really, I'd not really missed many shots. And, I can't tell you how happy I am it's over. But at the same time, I can't tell you how happy I am, how well I grinded out there and how well I played. It means so much.
Thank you.
We're going to go 2 more questions right here to Sports Illustrated for Kids.
First, congratulations. And so after being down 2 to Will after 11, was there ever any feelings of doubt, or did that only motivate you more?
Yeah, sure. There's a little bit, there's 7-8 holes left. You got plenty of time still, but you'd rather be 2 clear than 2 behind, obviously. I think for me, like, I just felt if I could just keep hitting the greens and give myself putts, my putting would take over and I'd make a couple coming in, and fortunately that's what I did. It worked out nicely.
We're going to go to the right, Brendan.
Well, first of all, when you said you turned and said you hate it, which part of it do you hate?
Everything. No, it's just like, for me last night, you leave the golf course, I'm tied for the lead for the US Open. You then sitting there stewing with it the whole night, the whole evening, and I slept brilliant, but like, you just kind of relax in and you're still thinking about it, you're thinking about it, and you're just trying to tell yourself, just stop, just have a break, just stop thinking about it. It's not there yet. But at the same time, you kind of want to go, you want to play it like straight away. And in the morning, I'm sat watching the golf, and I'm like, is it time to go yet? Is it time to go yet? And then the time comes, and then it's like, oh shit, like, we're ready to go now. Like, I better start hitting some good shots, and hopefully I hit some good shots. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. And I said it yesterday. I just don't think people realize how hard it is to win a major. There's only 4 of them a year, and it just takes something a bit extra.
And I couldn't help but notice when you were going back to your bag after you were done, and you took your watch out, and at that time your hands were like, they were going.
Were they?
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that was
news to me.
The adrenaline of the moment, or if that, like, did you feel that way on 18? Like, how do you handle adrenaline?
No, I mean, particularly the putt on 18, I was just like, just give it a chance, but cozy it. Don't smash it like I've smashed a few today. For me, hitting and chipping and everything isn't an issue whilst I'm playing. It's the putting. It's a little bit more. I've noticed over the last few years, it's just a little bit more. You're a little bit more nervous on it. There's a little bit. Obviously, it takes more control. So I feel like it's a little bit harder. But yeah, I mean, on the whole, I managed to sort of keep them at bay for the most part. And I was just happy that I made some coming in when I wasn't necessarily feeling the best.
We're going to go to one more question, but first, what club did you hit out of the bunker on 18?
9-9.
Thank you. Right here, last question, Kevin.
Matt, it seems like your personality has always been humble and kind of self-deprecating. How do you, when that's your natural way of being, convince yourself to be arrogant in the moments when you need it as an athlete?
I mean, my parents, I wouldn't be here without them. They did such an amazing job with me, and that was the thing. They always taught me to be humble and to be down to earth. And if they're not bringing me back down to earth, my friends are. And that's always been me. It doesn't matter what we're doing, how well I'm playing. I'll leave it tonight, and they'll give me abuse about something. I know they will. And my friend's just nodding in the back there. And but I don't know. I've always felt like I had it. I've always been competitive, and that comes from my dad as well. My dad was always competitive with us as juniors, and I just love winning. You know, I absolutely love winning, and I don't care who it is. Like, I just want to beat everyone. And although it doesn't come across and like, you know, as I don't show it much because I like to be quite reserved. Yeah, I just love beating everyone. It's as simple as that. I mean, and anyone else on tour would say the same thing. You know, that's why the guys are the best, and that's why they play so well. It's just love winning. So.
Well, Matt, congratulations! You are a U.S. Open champion.
Thank you.